was feeling like
Some stories stay with you forever. They give you goosebumps every time you hear them. And this is one such story. This is not just Meera's story. This is the story of every girl with a dream. Sanya, Twinkle, Payal, Saroj, Shallu, or any girl who dares to believe she can fly. It's a story of courage, of breaking barriers, of choosing dreams over fear. From my diary, I bring to you a story that has inspired me every time when I have needed strength. And today, I hope it inspires you too. This is for every daughter who was told you are just a girl. For every sister who heard your place is inside the home. For every mother who sacrificed but never got the chance to chase her own dreams. This story is for all of them, for all of us. It was a winter morning in a small village in India. The first rays of the sun were just peeking over the horizon. But Meera was already awake, sitting by the window of her tiny house, lost in her thoughts. She was 18, an age when dreams are meant to take flight, when ambitions should be limitless and the world should feel like an open road. But for Meera, dreams were like distant stars, beautiful to look at but always out of reach. Born into a family where daughters were seen as burdens, she had learned early that her wings could always be clipped before she could fly. Her father was a factory worker, barely earning enough to support the family. Her mother loved Meera a lot, but believed in old traditions which dictated that a girl's life should be limited to the walls of her home. Locked in char diwari. However, Meera was different. She had a fire within her and an unshakable belief that she was meant for something bigger. One evening, as Meera passed by the kitchen, she overheard her father speaking in a hushed tone. Meera's heart sank as she caught the words. Her father was telling her mother that he found a marriage proposal for Meera. At first, Meera stood still, trying to process the news. But then came the condition that disturbed her deeply. The boy's family wanted Meera to quit her education. That night, Meera sat in her small room, staring at her open books, but the words on the pages blurred. A storm raged inside her. Meera was in deep thoughts. Could she really walk away from her dreams? Could she silence the voice within that told her that she was meant for more? Was this all life had planned for her? A future where her potential would remain just a distant, unfulfilled dreams? Ultimately, Meera decided she would not. Early next morning, before everyone else woke up, she packed her few belongings and left a note behind. Mom, Dad, I love you both, but I need to find myself before I get tied up in a new relations. Please trust me. With trembling hands and a determined heart, she took the train to the nearest city. She had no money, no plan, only a fire in her soul. She found shelter in a women's hostel and took up small jobs like cleaning, stitching, teaching children, just to fund her studies. Life was harsh, but she was relentless. Year passed, Meera graduated with honors. She worked harder than anyone else, climbed the corporate ladder, and eventually became a successful entrepreneur. Today, she owns a chain of textile businesses, employing hundreds of women who were once told they could not dream. And then, one day, she returned to her village, not as a runaway girl, but as an inspiration. When she stepped into her old house, her father's eyes filled with tears, not of disappointment, but of pride. He held her hand and whispered, "I was wrong. You were always meant to fly." That was Meera. Meera's journey is not just hers. It is the journey of every woman who dares to dream in a world that tries to hold her back. Dear friends, growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from pushing boundaries, challenging norms, and believing in oneself. So today, on International Women's Day, I ask myself, what is stopping us? What is that one dream that we are afraid to chase? Is it fear? Is it the weight of expectations? Or is it the doubt that has been planted in us over generations? Change begins the moment we refuse to accept limits. Growth begins when we take that first bold step forward. So, let's not just celebrate Women's Day today. Let's empower them every day. Remember, the world may doubt us, but if you accelerate your growth, no force can stop you from reaching where you belong. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, and happy Women's Day. This is Shal's Corner. Thanks for watching. Keep spreading happiness and smile 24 hours.